didn't work. Hello, man cavers. How you getting on? What are we doing today? We're going to have another little look at the Grey Fergie, see if we can get a start. So I'm not going to waffle on. I'll just go outside and show you what I've done. Right, then we can see if she goes. Alright guys, we are back out with the tractor. What have I done since last time? Right, I'll put the starter back in, because you didn't want to see that. We bench tested that starter and it worked. I had everything connected. Pushed the starter switch, nothing happened. I just heard a like hissing noise. Went underneath to the solenoid right under here. And I actually bridged that with a screwdriver, turning across the terminals. Starter still didn't turn. So we were bypassing the tractor's wiring. Starter still weren't working. So what I've done this morning, just now, I didn't do it on camera. I've took off this live point, because you've got to remember this is a positive earth on here. So I've took this wire off, cleaned him right up with bare metal. I'll put a new bolt in here, because there weren't one last time. So we're going to put these back on. And I want to do it on camera, so we can actually see if it cranks. Because it just weren't cranking last time, was it? If you remember, it just weren't cranking at all. And I'm wondering if it was just bad connections, because it has been sitting for absolutely years. So I'm wondering if the old girl just had a bad connection. So we'll put a new bolt in this battery clamp, because this bolt has been missing out of this battery clamp for years. Dad just used to wedge it on, I remember, and that was never a problem. Maybe now it is. No sparks. Alright, let's get this one tightened. Oh, I think we can do this one up a bit by hand. But I've also opened this terminal up, so that'll go on a bit further. Well, that ain't no good, is it? Oh, here we go. Starting to nip up. There we go. There we go. There's our clamps on. Noisy aeroplane. Right. We need to see. We need to see if the old girl will now crank. Because I don't know. She might not. If it do, we're job on. So without the ignition on, that still should crank. I remember these, they should crank even without the ignition. All let's hope anyhow. I was waiting for that aeroplane to go over because he was getting noisy. Alright, let's see if she'll actually crank. Well, look at that. She's cranking now on the gear stick. Well, I think let's put some petrol back on. I have found and reconnected the choke lever as well. Let me come around here and show you. Because I didn't find the choke lever until this morning. Turns out that was lying beside the front wheel. So we have our choke lever here. She's all back on at the carb. I think now we can, we can go for a start on the old girl. Simple as that. And let's see if she runs. Shall we just check the oil? Because you've got to remember, this tractor hasn't ran in years. And I mean years. Absolutely years. Alright. Well, she's on there. Alright. There's the full, there's the minimum. Right, oil, there's plenty on there, just above the minimum mark. We'll go with that. But that oil hasn't been changed, Dad reckons, since the mid-80s. Yes, you've heard that right, 80s. So that's been in there years. Right, Now we checked the other day and we had a spark, didn't we? If you remember, we had a good spark the other day. So let's see. Now I've got a lens flare there, look. We're going to come here, I'm going to move the camera back a bit. There we go. Right, shall we see if the old girl will fire up? What the hell was that? I've knocked the bar over. So let's put the ignition on. Hang on, I'll come around the other side, so I've got to do the choke. You can't start these in gear because the gear starter is on the gear selector. So it won't let you. Alright, ignition's on. Let's give her a bit of choke. See if she goes. She used to be a really good starter. Look at that. Oh, come on, come on. Whoa. Come on. There we go. Well, what do you make of that, guys? We're getting a bit of smoke. Yeah, we are. But yeah, isn't she running? And don't she run like a Swiss watch? Look at that. Down the aeroplane again. Now, Dad told me there's no water. Where's this oil coming from, look? There's oil coming out of there. Where the hell's oil coming from? We need to have a look at this. We got an oil leak, look. Where's oil coming from out of there, for goodness sake? Oh dear, that's not good. Shut it down. Alright, does anybody know where that oil can be coming from? I wonder if we damage the pipe, what go on the oil pressure gauge. Has that got damaged? And that's ruptured. I wonder if this pipe has got damaged. Because that is a bit wet, look. I reckon that's the oil pressure pipe. I reckon she's got nipped. I shall have to have the battery out. Yeah, I reckon, you know, that's that pipe. I reckon that's this pipe, you know. Can't see what else it can be right up there for engine oil. But this pipe here goes onto the back of the oil pressure gauge. So I'm wondering if that pipe has got damaged. Of course, we did lift all the steering box, top of the gearbox, steering box, battery tray. We lifted the whole lot and left it hanging down here. Now that would have done this because I didn't want to risk trying to disconnect that in there because it looked like a bit of a nightmare. Anyhow, regardless of oil leaks, she's running, and she's running sweet as a nut again. Well, isn't that good news, guys? Oh, this is turning out to be a very, very quick Friday night video. Well, I don't know. Right, we'll be back in a bit. Alright guys, we're back. I've got the battery out. This pipe looks good here, but if you look, it's sweating up here, and when I run my finger on this pipe, it's picking up tons of oil. So I think this pipe is damaged right up where it comes through, where we can't see it, and that's spurting oil onto this casing, and that's running down. So I think I need a new oil pressure pipe, and I'm sure, being a Grey Fergie, you can get them My worry is that little nut on there ever going to come undone? I really don't know. I guess, and where do it go the other end? Let's trace it. It just comes down. Ah, it comes down to here, look. So that's simple enough. How are we going to do that? Oil pressure. There shouldn't be too much pressure there. I'm wondering if I can, I don't know, I'll see if you can buy a pipe. If you can't, I might be able to bridge it with a bit of rubber hose from sort of here up onto the back of the gauge here, and see if that fixes our problem. That pipe is really damaged through there, look. I think that's definitely our issue. I just don't know if that nut there is going to come undone. Let me give her a little soak. There we go. There you go. We'll give her a little soak. And then we'll have to see if for some miracle that will actually undo. I have my doubts, but you never know. I really could do with a little pipe spanner for that, couldn't I? A little brake pipe spanner. Right. Well, I'm quite happy that she's actually running, and running really well. Considering we ain't changed the plugs, all we've done on this literally is cleaned the points, cleaned the float bowl, and yeah, done the earth. I think what it was is that was the, well, I say the earth, it's the actual positive, because the live go to the body on this. I just cleaned up the terminals, secured the battery clamps properly, cleaned all them terminals on that starter switch, and yeah, she's working again. She's working and starting. Look at the cobwebs in the old girl. We do also need to put some water in her, because Dad told me he drained the water on this when we got it last running a few years ago. He drained all the water out, so he said put water in it. So I don't want to run it too long with a dry water pump. So we won't run her anymore today. But there you go. At least we know she goes. Right, that's brilliant news. Right, we're back again. And I found a spanner to fit on here. It undoes, look. That is, believe it or not, coming undone, guys. So we can carefully remove this pipe and just see. I can't believe that's undoing. I really can't believe that is undoing. That's unbelievable, isn't it, guys? And that ain't even twisting the pipe off. It's just coming undone. By hand. Look at that. Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah, that's worked. Yeah, that's come off. Oh, that's got a little olive on there. Look, right, okay, that's how it works. So, I think we need to get this end off. Cool. She hasn't been off in many years, has it? And I bet I don't have a spanner out here to fit that. Cool, that's got some paint on it. Yep, that's the one. 14mm. She's just done with so much paint. Sorry for the shaky camera, guys, but I'm trying to do this one-handed. Let me get you in the tripod. Alright, here we are. You guys are back. I can get on this two-handed now, and hopefully we can get this union undone, and then we'll see if we can get another one of these pipes, because I'm convinced that's our problem. But I want to just, oh, look at that, it's come undone. Look at that. Whew. That has come undone first time. Look, whoa, we have oil leakage. Alright, will this go back in enough to go past the hole? So that'll block that pipe up. Yes, it is, look. Yeah, that's just about going past there enough. Right, I think that's held on with a clip up here as well, which we need to undo. So we got a clip. Where did I see that clip? somewhere in here, look, there's a little clip. We just need to undo that, slacken it, and I think that pipe will work. Right, have I got a little socket out here to be doing this with? Alright, I found a socket what fits. Let's just slacken this one off. Can't believe how everything just come undone. Get this pipe out of the back there. Let's take it right out. Look, so I think that clamp is actually, that could even be fixed on this pipe. Alright, here we go. Oh, it's in half, look. That'll be what the problem is, guys. This pipe has snapped in half. I didn't even have to pull on that. So that was our problem. Where's the rest of the pipe gone? Oh, here it is, look. Hang down here. There we go. So, that will definitely be our oil leak. Pipe has come in half, so I do need another oil pressure gauge pipe for the Fergie. Excellent. But she is running. One more thing before we go regarding the tyres. Somebody kindly pointed out, oh no, that clip does come off here, look. Somebody beady-eyed twigged that the new tyres what turned up on the front were 6.00 by 19s, and they said, I think that's the wrong size tyres. They should be 4.00 by 19s. If they're 6.00 by 19s, they're going to be too wide for the rims. And I thought, I'm sure that's got 600 by 19s on the front. So we're going to have a look. And I have double checked and I'm correct. If we look down here, let me get you upside down. The tyre was on there, 6.00 by 19. So yes, it does have 6 by 19s on the front, been on there years. So if any of you guys are wondering, will a 600 by 19 fit a Grey Fergie? Yes, it does. And you can see these are not new tyres. So they have been on there years. And they've never come off. And I think, being a bit wider than the 4 by 19s, they look a bit better. So yes, she has got 6.00 by 19 tyres on it. As you can see, the rear tyres, oh dear, I don't like the chances of getting a bit of wind in that one. But we've got a good wheel. So we will be taking all the wheels off this. I'm going to try and find somewhere to get them sandblasted. I think my buddy George, I think he said one of his relatives do a bit of sandblasting. So I'll get all the wheels sandblasted, painted, and then we can get the new tyres on them, get her back on, and then really a lick of paint, oil change, she's up the road, guys. Yes, but there we go, the Grey Fergie. There we are, complete with her moss. That is marvellous. Oh, got an air intake pipe here to go back on. So I need the oil pressure pipe, that's right. Good, bottom's gone out of this tater loader. Look at him, look. That sack loader on there. Look at that bugger. Whew. She's been sitting under the hedge for years. And we need this little pipe that connects the air filter to the engine breather. I assume that was there and that's probably perished and rotted away, so I'm sure that's available. I'll get another one of them, another oil pressure pipe. I've got to try and find a strap to go around this dynamo. Keep the wet out. Wonder where that went to, because I'm sure there used to be a strap on it. Probably rotted away and sits in the grass field. But there you go, we'll see. She's back and running. I need the cover, the manifold heat shield. What goes on there, that sort of directs the heat up onto the paraffin tank to heat your paraffin in there. Of course, this is a petrol paraffin model. The petrol tank comes to this seam. So you've only got this much whole petrol. And then the rest of this tank, from the seam backwards, is for paraffin. but we can just shove a bit of heating oil in that. You know, we'll get her, she'll be alright. She'll run on heating oil. Marvellous. Instead of TPO. It's not being funny. Who uses TPO these days? Maybe the diehards mix it up, but she'll go on heating oil. If she runs a bit hot, mix a bit of used engine oil in there, she'll be alright. These old girls are pretty resilient. Right. That's good. Oh, before we go and all, my buddy George rang me last night. And he says to me, Adam, he says, I picked up a good compressor today. Do you want her? I said, I'll have a look at it, George. He says, that'll be with you tomorrow. And his son and daughter turned up this morning so I could look at the daughter's moped, because that's playing up. And they said, right, we have a compressor in the back of the van. And here she is. Look at this bad boy. Now, she's a big one. I do like the technical switch gear. I thought I'd see this initially and thought, uh-oh, 3-phase, but no, normal. But I reckon she'll want a good 16 amp supply, because she is a big one, and she's a broom wade. You can't really see the nameplate on it, but believe me, it's there, and it is a big broom wade. So really, really good quality compressor. Oh, you can see the plate on there. Look, there you go, broom wade, and isn't that in nice condition? What a lovely, lovely machine. I like to get them casters off, sit it on them slabs, and then I'm going to build a lean-to out the back. Because that's how you did at the Old Man Cave HQ. The compressor weren't in the shed, it was out the back with a lean-to and 2 doors, so I could get in it, you know. So that's what we're going to do with this. She'll live here, and we'll build a box over it with a little felt roof. It'll be lovely. I just got to get this wired into the shed's electric and see if she goes. Sure it does. But I say, what a top quality compressor this thing is. Absolutely phenomenal machine. If you don't know how big it is, you can see, you can compare it to that Bollins ride-on mower. You know, I think that tank on there is 3.5 foot. Hell of a compressor. So, thank you very much, George, for sending it this way. We'll get things sorted out and get her wired up. Will be lovely. Marvellous. Oh, and now, Elvira, if you're watching this, your moped, start. There you go. Aha! There you go. Now I just got to put it all back together. Right guys, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Happy Friday night to you. Hope you're having a good time. I will be going, weather permitting, and as long as that's on, I will be going to Swaffham auction again in the morning. I haven't forgotten the routes. The auction videos all started at Swaffham. So a big thank you to Helen and Paul for letting me go there. So yes, I shall be back with you guys again tomorrow, because I am missing it. It's just the last few Saturdays. It's been so busy with various things that I just haven't had time to get there. You know, there's been a couple of other auctions to film up in Pawley. It was cancelled a couple of weeks for bad weather. So I just haven't managed to get to Swaffham auction, but I will be going there tomorrow, providing that's on and providing that's dry, I will be there. Right, so look out for that video tomorrow night. I'll see you guys later. And there's another video coming, another auction video coming, hopefully Sunday, which I've got to go film this afternoon, which is the Barry Hawkins General Sale, the one he has every 2 or 3 weeks. And that's being held next Wednesday, so I'm going to go and film that this afternoon. Right, I'm going to get out of your way, and I'll see you guys next time. Like and subscribe. Ah, that is marvellous. Tractor, big tyres. Size of them bad boys.